All right. We are back with what I assume is the last part of this Blossom Tales 2 the Minotaur Prince playthrough. So last time we got the Mirror Shield and we made it through the labyrinth puzzle, which was actually quite intense. It was huge. It was like a quarter or maybe a fifth of the entire overworld map, all devoted to just a puzzle to get to this castle that we're at now. Oops, I do hate that. Circle on a PlayStation controller should mean cancel out, but instead it means bind this key, which is fine. So this game, if you've been following this series at all, I have a funny relationship with it where I really enjoy it, but also there are things about it that I just do not enjoy. I guess that's the nicest way to put it. Oh, that's loud. One sec. And so, oops. Okay, I do want that shield after all. So I will point these out every time they happen. The good and the bad. And there's plenty of both to go around. All in all, I have a positive view of this game. And I think I'm going to make a review video after I finish it to basically sum up the things that I liked and did not like about the game. Speaking of things that I like, on the left there, that bridge that's going to be a callback later, I like the level design. I like the fact that we have these bridges and these callbacks just generally around the whole world map. Is this openable? No. Okay, so I have to do the puzzle. So, I guess what's the review going to be like? I think this is my prediction. The game will score very high points on level design and puzzle design, and will score a needs improvement on various UI decisions and UX decisions. But, you know, I look forward to that coming out when it does, if I end up doing that. This puzzle type is basically... Wait, okay. Gotcha. It wants me to go through and hit every one of these red and blue pluses. The red ones I have to go through in a corner motion, like that. The blue ones I have to go straight through, like that. So let's see. I'm not even going to think about this one. I'm just sort of doing it as we go. Although a little bit of thought goes a long way here, for example. And here. I might have screwed myself. It looks like I screwed myself. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, I did just sort of YOLO that without really thinking. But it seemed like that was not terrible. So getting these corners out of the way, getting this out of the way. Maybe we go this way, though. The thing is, we have to come back to the start point. That's sort of what makes this difficult. Oh, and we screwed ourselves at the top there. That top blue one, right here. We have to go through it left, right. We can't go through it bottom, top, because there's nothing above it. So let's do this again. Through you. Yikes, what do we do here? Okay. I think I don't go left, because I think that's the way we go. We end the puzzle, is we end up going... No, actually, I'm wrong. I'm wrong there. I was thinking we'd do a straight shot down from the red one, through the blue one, down to where we started, because we have to end up where we started as well. It's another part of the puzzle. But if we do that, we can never get to the left half of the map without cutting that line. So that's not the way to do it. The way to do it is that bottom left red one. We end that way, I think. Well, let's just sort of yellow it. Let's see. Nope, I screwed myself out of that blue one right there. Okay. I'm going to try this once more YOLO style, and then I'm going to think it through. Oops, that was dumb. Okay. Is anything forced? Yes. So for example, this blue one, we have to go through top, we have to go through vertically. This blue one, we have to go through horizontally. This red one, we have to go through, like along the corner there. So up to down to left, or either this way or the same thing but backwards. And same thing with this one. And therefore, those have to be linked to each other because this square here that I'm standing on now, we only get to go here once, and it's part of both of those paths. So these two are linked together. We have to go through those at the same time. And also, the square we're on now is linked to the blue plus above us. We have to go through these three linked like that. Now, we could go through them in the other direction, like from here down and left, but we have to go through those three in a row in the way that we just did. That's forced. Okay. That's sort of helpful. Now, what's not forced is our decision here. At least not yet. So we could go up or we could go down. Let's try going down just to sort of flesh this out. Okay. Uh-huh. I see. So again, up the top right blue one, we have screwed ourselves out of it. So how forced are we? So if we end up going this way, then we have to go up, and then we have to go up again. We're forced to go there. Here is where we have a decision that's interesting, probably. So everything up to here has been forced. If we go left, then we have to go down. And then we have another choice to go down or right. But that choice actually, if we go left and then down, then the plus that's below where we are right now becomes impossible. You see that? So we have to go down right now. Okay. Now, what do we do? I think we have to go down, then right, then down to get to this one at all. And then if we just do a straight shot up and then left at the red, and then follow the boundary around. Yes, I think we have something here that could work. Right? Like that. And I just need to make sure to be smart here. Okay. That wasn't as hard as I thought. I might have overthought it. I think I was close to the solution in the beginning, and I must have just screwed it up. But it is worth noting, and it's kind of nice, because it's a circuit, first of all. Whether we start off going right or start off going left, it doesn't really matter, because like, we could have also gone left up this way, the whole path backwards, because this is symmetric. Like, going through a red corner is, if we can go through it this way, we can go through it backwards. And same with these blue ones. If we can go through it vertically from top to bottom, we can go through it vertically from bottom to top. So the whole thing's symmetric, and we could have gone through the whole thing backwards. Okay, so that at least says, okay, without loss of generality, we start here. If we just go right, we haven't made a wrong decision yet. Okay, and then once we decide to go, let's say here, the next several moves are forced for us until we get to here. And even here it was forced, because if we went here, we'd have to go down, and then we would be we'd break this square that I'm on. So we had to go down. We had to go down again. So a lot of this was forced if you just sort of think about it. Very nice puzzle, and I like the difficulty level because this is end game stuff, you know? So if you are a 10-year-old kid playing this, which I think is the target audience, is something around there, this puzzle feels very difficult, and maybe it's a lot more trial and error than it is thinking about things, but eventually you would stumble upon the fact that a lot of this is forced. It just might take an extra minute or two compared to what it took me. Or maybe you'd do it faster than me, actually. I was pretty dumb there. But yes, very nice puzzle. And I sort of think this constantly about this. Okay, I see how this one's supposed to work too. They both go to that bottom left corner. They never touch, but you can set a waypoint to teleport back to. Uh-huh. Get on it there. And then yo-yo over. Very nice. Okay, here's another puzzle type that was just introduced in the labyrinth as well. It's a nice puzzle type as well. And there's more of this excuse me, idea of forcing. So what the pips represent is the number of paths that have to be activated that go into this thing. This one here only has one path out, one direction out. So this is forced. Okay, now I wasn't expecting that. Sorry, I was just trying to explain how this works, but why did... Is my sword just that big that it did that? That was odd. Anyway, but this one's also force. The only thing adjacent to this pip is to the left. So you have to have exactly one of these turned on. Okay? And now a lot of this is more open, right? Do we go from here down or do we go to the right? And each of these sort of, spirals into more decisions. So let's go ahead and, I don't know, anything else to grab onto. This 4 here is a large number, but it's not enough to determine something completely. So I had a question last time, which was basically, does the greedy algorithm always work with this? If you just sort of do the dumb thing at every step, is that good enough? Why did that happen? Is it the sword is big? That must be it. That's so funny though. Okay. Wow, the sword is way too big. I gotta talk to the guy who made this and tell him that the sword is too big. Oh, even though they have 3 pips, they only have 2 paths. Okay. So it tells me no on the greedy algorithm thing. But fear not. I think we still got this. Let's have you go left. Let's have you go down twice. Let's have you go down once, and let's have you go to the right. I wonder if this solution's unique or if there are many ways to get it. If there's some easy sub-greedy algorithm that works. It's like, don't do the stupid thing, but otherwise anything you do works. I really can't tell. Get me on there. Oh, these things. Okay. You gotta hit these with the yo-yo. I wonder if there's a timer on them. There is. Alright, so I'll have to do them when this thing starts moving. Boom. 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 Okay. Sure, this is that callback that we had earlier. Which goes back to that level design that I like. And I should try to fill up on hearts because we actually are low health right now. Yeah, very nice level design. This sword is so freaking long. I gotta tell the dog park guy, the designer of the game, that this sword's too long for that one puzzle type. I think he'll get a kick out of it. Because you gotta keep in mind, this was made by a 2-person team that have jobs, and this is not their job, it's just a passion project. And their play testers are like, you know, their family members. So it's very possible this never came up in testing because, you know, they were testing it with the normal size sword. That's completely possible. I just want to see what's down here. Oh, just a chest. Oh, okay. I'm glad we got that. Oh. Almost got hit there. Glad we didn't. Okay. That sort of closed off in a less satisfying way than I was hoping for. But whatever, not everything can be A+ level design. Ah, if you can hear that. There are motorcycles who like to just speed down my street. It is a residential, it's like a 25 miles an hour, but they don't care. Okay. I'm gonna check the map just because the map's a little wonky. Like the way we come into a room is different from the way that we exited. So maybe they're trying to sell us the idea that these are stairways that we're going down or something. Anyway, I do want to check both sides. There's a stairway up there. Speaking of stairways, I want you to give me a heart. Well, thanks for nothing. All right, sorry about that. Back. So what were we talking about? Probably something very interesting. Let's see. Okay, well actually, I'm just not remembering this. Oh, I was gonna burn it, but actually we can travel on it. That's good to know. Okay. It is a bit slow. So it's not good for like making mistakes or not knowing where you're going because it's going to cost you a minute each time. Okay. Anyhow. Someone give me a heart. Nope, no hearts. Out of curiosity. Okay, does not burn it. Okay, there's a key door. Thank you for the heart. There's a stairway. Is this a room we've been in before? This looks like a room. This is the, yeah, this is the first. Well, let's verify. Yes. Okay. So we've come sort of full circle. I know exactly where we are. We have a key. We don't. We had a key. I guess we used it. Okay. Good stuff. So let's go up a bit. It's situations like this where I wish I had an internalized default, like canonical order, like always go clockwise or always do bottom left, then, you know, whatever. But I'll try to keep in mind. There aren't too many options here, so it's not going to be that hard to keep in mind. Where's it? Okay, there's the thing. Oops. I can't really see it. Oh, is it more if I face left? No, it's gonna go the wrong way. I think, no, it can't. This is a bit of a puzzle, isn't it? What if you get way up in its face? Maybe. What if you... I'm not sure at all. What are we supposed to do here? That's just going to make the angle longer. From down here, if you can't see it, it won't work, is what I gathered from last time we tried. So is it like if we get way up in his face, maybe if we face a direction? Is it possible to look diagonal? Ugh. Why is it like this? Okay, I'm missing something. There should be something obvious I'm missing. Let's try the other one first. Okay. Okay. I'm glad we tried that. That was very dumb. Of me, not of the game. Today's episode is brought to you by the Aldi brand of blackberry flavored fizzy water. Good stuff. Oops. Okay, so I think this might be one of the mechanics for this dungeon, is these bridges that can turn one way or the other, because I don't recall these being in a previous dungeon. Okay, this key is for, well, I was going to say we go outside and we go down, and then it's on the right, but I think the stairway is that exact room that we were just in. Yep, it sure is. How lovely how things just sort of tie together in this game so nicely. It really is quite fun to traverse these castles. And here we are. This is above the room where we just were again. Yep. Beautiful. Okay, and there's another callback for later. And here's another one of these, just like I said, another one of these switch operated things. No, give me the heart. It's like the opposite of giving me a heart. Okay. I don't mind the bats too much, but they are going to be potentially annoying. Alright, so it's going to be one of these. Right? So go ahead and do this. And then boop on over. Oh, almost died there. Okay. A chest full of coins at this part of the game just seems like a bad reward. Just because, as far as I can tell, there are no more shops. And even if there are, it's like, we're not hard up for money at this part of the game. And yeah, like I said, that bat did annoy us. It's causing us to take another trip. I probably could have fired one of these off. But didn't want to risk getting hit by the bat off of the moving platform. Whoops. That was dumb. Boom. Alright. gonna be the same thing. Yep, just leave a boop here. And then wait for that to get over it. And boop over. Lovely. Alright, so these are... Oh, I can actually stop all the platforms when I do this. That's interesting. I did not realize that. I noticed them stopping, but I thought it was part of their movement pattern, not something I was causing. Okay, another one of these puzzles. I might get bored later and try to like prove a theorem or something about when this is solvable or how to solve this, because this reminds me a lot of like introductory graph theory level theorems, specifically those about like Hamiltonian and Eulerian circuits and graphs, and the fact that they exist if and only if, you know, the valency is just right, and here we're being told the valency in advance. So it comes off as something that is amenable to some easy graph theory, and I just don't know. You know, how to solve these without thinking yet, but I think there probably is a way to do it. That's weird. How if I do this one going up? Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't let me do that. This one going that way. Cool. We're all good. Let's have you go down, you go down, you go left. Yeah, interesting. Why is it like that? Like, I'm hitting you. The rest of the ways work. Okay, so one there. It's gonna be... Well, I should have known that that wasn't right, because you can't have valency of 3 coming from one way. Alright, so this is where we get broken, where you have to start thinking. Okay. So how do we do you? Okay, so we don't do you. Oh, that was not connected at all. That's what I was thinking it was. Boom. And I got that backwards anyway. Okay, so it's not quite as simple as I thought, and you do have to think about it a tiny bit. Is it worth walking out and it back in again to see what's forced and to start this over? I'm not certain. Let's just give it another shot. I think the ones are going to be the easiest to resolve later, so we can leave those for last. Actually, we can't leave them for last because they connect to other stuff. I'm going to leave and come back in. I underestimated this puzzle and this whole puzzle type, apparently. Anything to kill in here? No, so it lets you just do the puzzle. That's great. Alright, let's think this through. Like this 3, for example, it can't get everything from the left or everything from the bottom. So it has to have at least one going out each way. And then later on, it's a question of what does the last one do? Does it go down or left? Same with this one. This one has to have at least one going left, at least one going down, one going right. This one, it could be that we have none going down because we have 2 going up and 1 going right, or 2 right, 1 up. So we could have none down, we could have none to the right, and the vice versa situation. So let's not mess with that. But here, this is a 3-fer. We have to have 1 there and we have to have 1 there. I think this is the way you do this, is you do the things that are forced. That's forced. And then what you're left with is a series of easier decisions, probably. That's my guess, at least. This 2 is bothersome because it could be 2 in one direction or 2 in the other direction. It doesn't have to be one of each. At least we know that all of this is forced. Okay. these two ones could just cancel each other out and disconnect from the rest of the puzzle, right? If they did that, so if these ones were like this, oh, come on. Why is it like that? If these ones did this, that means they don't touch anything else because they already satisfy each other. That means that this 2 here, both signals have to go north, and that cancels this 2 here, okay? That means that this one, both these have to go down to here, which satisfies this 3, okay? So in this hypothetical, both these 2's here are satisfied. This 2 is satisfied and this 3 is satisfied. This 1, therefore, has to go south. And then we have unsatisfied this guy and this guy. Right? This guy can't be satisfied. So let me go through the reasoning again. If this is 1, 1, right? And this has to be 2. Then this has to be 2. Okay. And then what does this 1 do? This 1 has to go south. Right? It has to go here. But then this is not satisfied. You see how all that's forced? So these 1s do not go into each other. Okay. Well, since these 1s do not go into each other, this one has to go north. So that was a lot to force a very simple conclusion, but at least we know this is true. And so far, everything has been forced because of these 3's in the corners necessitating 1 out each direction at least. Okay, so all of this is forced. What next? Let's think about this 1 once again. Okay? If this 1 goes south, then this 1 will have to go north. And this 1 will also have to go north. Okay, is there anything wrong with that? Not yet. This will have to go north. Then this will have to go west. This will have to go south. I think this works, actually. Yep. Going a big loop. I didn't see that the top wasn't satisfied yet. I might have just screwed us. We'll see. Why does this only work from some sides but not others? That's really annoying. I think these can satisfy if we just go boop. And if we just go boop. Okay. Gotcha. I have no idea if there's an easier way to do that. There almost certainly is, but I just don't know it. Huh, so that just changed that. Okay. Nice callback. I love these. If we were to leave and come back in, would it be the other way again? I'm not sure. Okay, sure. These laser shooters, they are. I could just use the shield. Okay, good stuff. Can I get some health, please? Running pretty low on that. Very precious of resources. Okay, more vines to climb. I wasn't paying attention for a second there, so I got hit. Well, I ran into a guy. It was contact damage, but still, I got hit. Why does this one go off to the left and do nothing there? I wonder if later on we'll be falling down these or something. Okay. So far we only have one path to go here. So I guess we'll take the only path that we have. I'm guessing that we do something in here and we come out the door on the right and then we go up from there. Okay, let's see. Good stuff. Good stuff again. Do I want to go up this way? Not really. Okay. I don't mind a good old simple room like this. Oops. I say that, then I run into a freaking thing. Sure could use some hearts. There's one. Thank you very much. Yeah, and this is that other exit I was talking about. It's next to some vines that go up. What do you got for me? Yeah, more coins. I mean, I'll stand corrected if there's a shop inside the labyrinth, but I just sort of doubt it. All right, another one of these. Oh, this is gonna be, I think I know what this is gonna be. This is gonna move it? Yeah, so it'll be just lay a bomb there to get on the other track. I'm not certain that we want to do that yet, so let's just make sure of that first. Yes, we do want to do that. There's the confirmation right there. Oh, and those eye things. Wonderful. Okay. So actually, we could just do a yo-yo, right? Yeah. Oh, come on. You kidding me? Okay, I call foul there. But whatever. Yeah, there's Medusa. Don't want to get turned to stone. Very good. Ugh. Ay, ay, ay. Was this, you need bombs or something to beat you? Oh, come on. How do you beat a Medusa? I feel like I've beaten them before and it wasn't very hard. Not good. Oh, it's so annoying. Come on. How? Was it like a one frame thing when it was turning around? Okay, that's really freaking annoying. I don't need the animation every time. Uh-oh. Okay. Maybe I'll just sneak by you. I don't have to kill you. Okay. Oops. Let's put this guy on. Let's try not to die to these scrubs for no reason. Thank you. This is going to be one of those sets. Yep. And then symmetrically on the other side, the same exact thing probably. Ah, that hurts. How? I honestly just don't understand how that's supposed to work. That does not seem like I was in that path at all. Hopefully there's no Medusas on this side. There is. There's no barrels either. Oh, you. Yeah, I don't mind you because you can't hurt me. Okay. So I guess we wait for him to come down. We just sort of book it. I was just gonna say I was surprised I didn't get stoned to death, but there I did. Yeah, I don't understand how the Medusas are supposed to work. It's quite annoying to me that they work that way. Anyway, it's all good. Now we can go back there. I should use a healing potion because it's infinitely better than losing a rejuvenation potion. I hate to use it, but it's way better than losing the rejuvenation potion. Is it bow and arrow that works on Medusa, maybe? Let's try it. No. It's just running fast and avoiding them. That works on them. Right, you need to right, you need to be in the center here and then aim up. Yes. Okay. Okay, one more level. Very nice. Sort of wondering what the map says about all this. It's sort of funny. Yeah, these rooms are all just sort of like on top of each other. I imagine we're nearing the end. And I would have said that before looking at the map, but the maps would have confirmed it too. Well, not confirmed, because it could be the case that, I wonder if this was meant for a smaller screen and we're seeing too much. Because there would be no reason to take those other paths, right? Hard to tell. Anyway, there's the good old teleporter that takes you back to the beginning of the dungeon if you so wish. It's a big door, which makes me think it's a boss door. Expecting there to be a cutscene with your brother Chrys, and then a fight that involves phases. Interesting. You truly think you can stop us, don't you? Now, are we going to help Chrys become a real kid again? Or is that going to be the topic of, like, the sequel? Yeah, we just want you back home. We don't even care about you, Minotaur King. Chrysanthemum. That's a flower. I'll be the ruler of this place soon, so I am home. He's only using you to break free, Chrys. He doesn't care about you. It's Minotaur Prince now. He's so pissed. And he was the instigator in the way beginning. He's giving you the labyrinth. Alright, we'll show you, Chrys, just how strong we've gotten. Let's put the shield on. Oops. Let's... I don't know that we need anything else, really. Dude, he's annoying. Wow. Oh, but he's easy to stun lock. Just beat the crap out of you, Chrys. No, he says forget him, but Chrys heard that and he's like, you never loved me. Mm-hmm. Never. You. Okay, I like this. This actually has a feeling of like an Undertale battle. Did he just poof onto Chrys? Okay, so you can dodge those. Wonderful. Okay, what's your true power? Holy, they really spent their graphics budget on this one. Very nice. I'm in admiration of this fight, actually. Stop it, Grandpa. This is okay. I was thinking before this is like the end of Star Wars 6, but now that he's actually grabbed him, like, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, is this the end, another part of the boss fight? Sweet, I was hoping I'd get to beat you. Oh crap, that was a lot of damage. Can I not escape that? What am I supposed to do here? Do I even... Okay, I should do this because I don't want to waste... I have potions. I have double damage. Oh, forgot about that. Okay, come on. Can I fight you? Double damage has to be doing amazing work on you. I'm not even gonna worry about this orb shit. Yeah. Oh, is this like an escape the fortress thing? Oh, the owl. Yo. Fly, you fools. Very nice. Joss us back home. Thank you, owl. Very nice. Okay, Lily, you vanquished the Minotaur King and rescued your brother. 3 cheers for our heroes. Well, we didn't really save the town or anything. We sort of caused this, but sure. Thank you. I wish you could see the ones I'm pointing at. There's a guy over there on the right who's like wiggling his arms in a funny way. Very nice. I really like that story too, Lily. Thanks, Grandpa. Aw, there's a lesson learned in everything. One tail's enough for a night, but there's no telling there could be a third one out someday with another tail. Well, wasn't this just the most charming game? How nice. Just how very nice. I really, really enjoyed that. I like the credits also having just one person per category. It's more people than I thought, actually. I sort of thought this was a two-person team. Maybe they outsourced some of it, or maybe a lot of this is like the publisher. I'm not sure. Or maybe support from the publisher. I don't really know how publishers work in games, but I imagine they give you some support and some resources because they can afford it at scale, is my guess. I'm not really sure how that works. Oh, they had localization. So this has been done in French and German. Probably Spanish as well. Yep. So I've heard Portuguese is a great language to translate games into. Japanese, interesting. Spanish. I wonder if this is also something set up by the publisher where they just have like a translation team for all of their properties. And since, you know, they have maybe, let's say they publish, I don't know, 6 games a year, then the translation teams can stay busy the whole time, something like that. Anyhow, just what a charming game. I really enjoyed that from beginning to end. I think I will be putting out some sort of review video. Actually, let's not commit to that yet. That will be significantly more effort than these playthrough videos, and I might want to move on to other things. But I will always keep it in the back of my head of how to set up a review video, and well, if I so decide, I'll add it to this playlist, and those of you who are subscribed will, of course, see it in your feed. But what's up next? Well, I want to play another game by this company, but because these videos are just not getting views, which is fine, I'm completely fine with that, I think I'm going to move on to something that has more potential for gaining an audience, because even supposing I want to keep playing games by smaller studios, I think if I were to get an audience first, say 1,000 subscribers or something like that, or 1,000 viewers in each video, that's much more reasonable. Then I could play the smaller games and have more engagement from the beginning. And as soon as you get a few views, it's easier to get a few more views. And so it would be easier to grow a channel that way. I'm thinking there are various things that I have in the pipeline. I don't know whether I'm going to do them on this channel or make a bunch of different channels for each different thing because of the way the algorithm works. But I do want to do some like devlogs for games that I'm working on because as you may or may not know, I am an aspiring game developer, and every day I become a bit more solidified in that goal. Right now I'm working on a game that I plan on releasing to Steam. It's not going to be as good as this one, but it will be a full game that I will sell for like, I don't know, $1 and hope that one stranger somewhere buys it. So one non-family member, non-friend buys it. And that will count as a success for me. And you know, that's sort of, I want to start off small and just be consistent. I've learned this year specifically, this year being 2025, that a large portion of success is just showing up. And so I want to just be consistent and put out videos, video games, also other hobbies that I'm doing on the side that you all don't know anything about. Like I'm writing, I won't call them novels, but I'll call them like web novels and painting acrylic paintings and all kinds of various things that I put some time into every week. So the short, so that's like the long version. The short version is I'm learning more and more that just showing up, just being consistent is very important. And so I want to keep that up. I also want this to grow. I would like to see by the end of the year, I don't even know what a good number is to shoot for, but right now I have 10 subscribers. I would like to get that number. If we could get triple digits, that would be insane. I would love to have 100 subscribers or 100 views in each video. Those would both be completely acceptable to me as metrics. So that's what I'm going for. Therefore, I may or may not make a review video for this. It just depends on what I decide to go with in terms of the next direction for this channel. If you have any ideas, please do let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this, thank you very much for watching all the way through. If you could hit that like button or subscribe or both or leave a comment or whatever. They all help immensely, especially with a channel this size. If you don't do those things but you watch the whole thing all the way through, well, thank you very much for that too. These videos are quite long and they're not quite at the level of the best YouTubers in the world, so I do appreciate you sticking around with me and giving me a shot. Anyhow, all that said, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.